Hey guys, it's Drea. So today I have a video all about makeup that I didn't want. I don't know why I thought of this idea. I guess there's just a lot of stuff that comes into your collection over time, and it comes in different ways. Sometimes it's stuff that's like a new release and you're like so excited to go run out and get it. And sometimes it's come into your collection in a different way that you didn't expect. So I have a few things here that I didn't like get super excited about when they launched, or I didn't originally want, and as they came into my collection, I found myself using them and loving them. So I just wanted to kind of talk about this. I guess maybe you could classify this slightly like second chance makeup, but basically it's stuff that I've just kind of like, it wasn't a huge bang of excitement at the beginning. It was like a slow spark, and now it's like kindled into a roaring fire of love for these products. All right, so let me start with this. This is the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. This is a coconut water probiotic based ingredient primer. So this really is like a hydrating primer. It's more intended for people with like dry skin, skin that's dehydrated, that kind of thing. I have really oily skin. I talk about that all the time. So I was never, ever drawn to this product. I did hear a few YouTubers talk about it over the years, but most of them were very dry skinned people. And it wasn't until I heard it's Kirsten talk about it, and she did talk about it in the context of the probiotic ingredients in it and how they were very nourishing for the skin. And so I kind of looked into it after that, and I had an opportunity to grab a little sample size off Sephora at one point, and I used it all up and I fell in love with it. If you have oily skin, this is good. Like, I put it on the areas of my face that are not the oiliest, so definitely not on my T-zone, but I'll put it like on my cheeks here. And when you feel it touch your skin, you can just feel like how hydrating it is, how good it feels on the skin. It really is kind of a reviving, refreshing type product. I think if you have dry skin, it'll just be out of this world amazing for you if you're looking for something to really hydrate your skin. But even if you have oily skin, maybe give it a chance, because I didn't originally want it and now I really love it. I feel like it just makes my skin feel really good. So I still use like mattifying or pore filling primers in my T-zone, but I will use this on other areas on my face. So I'm not a huge fan of Too Faced eyeshadows. In fact, I originally bought the chocolate bar palette, like the OG chocolate bar palette, because of all the hype that it got on YouTube. And I always found like I couldn't really make it work. It just was kind of all muddiness and brown all over my eyes, and I ended up decluttering that. One palette that I was not excited about was the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, until my friend Kristen Games started talking about it on her channel. And it was actually far before we ever became friends. I've been watching her channel for a long time. And so I decided to give this a try. I'm pretty sure I bought this during a springtime VIB sale or something like that. And that was really part of the reason I bought it. I don't think I would have bought it at full price, but I bought it on her recommendation, and I'm really glad I did, because I have loved this palette now for well over 18 months, I guess. This is what I'm wearing all over my eyes. The glitter on my eyes is a Stila product, but everything else is from this palette. When I hear people talk about this, they really kind of dismiss this pink, and I'm not really sure why. You could tell I used a lot of this pink in my eyeshadow look today. It's very pigmented. I think it adds a really nice pop of color, and I think that's why I really like this palette a lot, is because it has the pops of color in it. Like, it has this lighter pink shade, it has the teal, and it has this purple. And this purple, I have used this purple so much. It's a nice, real deep, smoky purple with some glitter in it, and some people might be intimidated by that, but it's a beautiful all over the lid shade, especially if it's like a dramatic night out look you want, something really smoky. It's really gorgeous. All the browns, like if you want a neutral look, there's so much brown in here, like you can still do it. And you have some of these really nice metallic lid shades, like this one here, even like the pink is a really nice all over the lid shade, which is what I did today before I put glitter on it. But there's still so much neutralness in here that you could use this as an everyday palette, and then also as a pop of color palette as well. These colors blend so easily. Like, they blend so well. When you put like a bright pink in your look, you might be intimidated with some other palettes because you might have to blend forever. But really today, like, this look didn't take me a lot of time. I love the quality of these eyeshadows. I think this is now, is this the only Too Faced palette I currently have? Yeah, I don't know. Their stuff doesn't usually scream to to me, and that's why I didn't originally pick this up, because it didn't scream to me. But sometimes it's good to listen to other people's recommendations. I say that as somebody who recommends stuff to you all the time, but it's really good to really kind of take reviews into consideration, even if it's something you originally dismissed. When I first started YouTube, the hype train on the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lips was just going strong. People loved those stupid things. I hate those stupid things. I hate the Ultra Matte Lips. I'm sorry, ColourPop. I hate them. I just find them so ultra drying. Like, they're so terrible on my lips personally. I know like a lot of people love them, and if you love them, that's fantastic. But for me, I just can't with those. The colors are all amazing, and I feel like I was a little left out for a long time with ColourPop because so many people loved it, and I was just sitting back going, yeah, but I can't use it. Like, I can't use those lips. Those lipsticks. So when they came out with the Ultra Satin lips, I was not on board originally. I saw a lot of YouTubers doing like lip swatch videos of the first original collection, and I was just like, okay, it's pretty, whatever, but I don't really care because I haven't had good experiences with ColourPop lipsticks in general. So I dismissed it for a very long time, and at some point in time, I can't remember why, I think I was placing an eyeshadow order and I decided to give them a try. I'm pretty sure my first one was the Rabbit, if I remember right, and I fell in love with this formula. So I'm wearing one today. I'm wearing Chandelier today. It's not drying at all. Like, it's going to be that liquid lipstick that is not a dry down transfer proof formula. Like, by all means, this will transfer. It definitely will, but it's still long lasting. Like, it has a lot of longevity to it. You're not going to have to constantly reapply. Obviously, if you eat, or maybe after like 3 hours or so, you'll probably want to touch up. But in general, it's going to last a really long time, and the comfort factor is just where I'm at. Like, I need that comfort factor when it comes to lipsticks. That's why I don't use a lot of transfer proof like matte lipsticks. I need my lips to be able to breathe. But my love for these Ultra Satin lipsticks has definitely grown over time. I'm really, really glad that I gave them a try. Okay, next product is something that I got in one of those like promo codes when you place it on Sephora's website when you're placing an order, and they give you like a really nice deluxe sample size. So I've actually gone through one of these already, and then I got a second one of the little Hoola Quickie Contour Stick from Benefit. So here's where I'm at on my second one. This is almost used up. It actually comes with a lot of product to begin with, but I actually had purchased a full size before I got this one here, so I'm still trying to work through this. Being oily skinned, I always dismiss cream contour as something that is not for me. It doesn't work on me. I have oily skin. I can't do it, etc., etc. So it really wasn't until I got this as a freebie that I decided to even really give it a shot. And I just love the results I get from cream contouring. There's a few other cream contour products that I really like. So, you know, it may not just be this product, but I do think this product is really good. It's a really good shade. Okay, so this is what I'm wearing today. I feel like contouring is one of those really intimidating things where you can overdo it. There's a whole subreddit devoted to crappy contouring. That's literally what it's called, r/crappy contouring, which I don't advocate like making fun of people who don't do makeup well, but it exists because sometimes people do contouring and it just doesn't look quite right. So here's what I love about these products is that I put it on over top my foundation and underneath my powder. So putting it on over top your foundation allows it to really blend really well, and if you go overboard, you can always go on top of it like with your beauty blender or with your brush or whatever and just soften it. And then when you put your powder on top, it actually ends up looking like way more natural, like way more like your real cheekbones, as opposed to shading a color on top of your skin, which sometimes there's a level of difficulty to that where it doesn't quite look real, right? So anyway, with this product, what I really like to use is a very small brush. Sometimes I've tried a bigger brush and I feel like it gets a little too messy. So a very small brush. This one is actually from Real Techniques. It's called the Contour Brush, and it's very small and it's rounded, and it really just fits in there really well. It allows you to blend it out really easily. And then if I ever never do go overboard. I just will go over top of it with my beauty blender to just soften it up. But I have become a huge fan of cream contouring. So this one's a little bit quick because I haven't used it a ton, but this Becca Backlight priming filter, again, on oily skin, I didn't think it was going to work. I thought it was going to be an absolute mess. And I will say this is definitely not okay for my oily skin as an all-day thing, but I really love it as just like I'm filming, or if you're just taking pictures, or even if I'm just going out like for a few hours at night. It gives you this most beautiful glow from within, and even on oily skin it does work in those instances where it's a short period of time. If you have dry skin, I'm sure this would be amazing, and I keep hearing from people that have dry skin that really love it, but that's why I didn't want to try it to begin with, because I only heard from dry skin people that they really loved it. So again, sample size from Sephora, that's how they get me a lot of the time. Is I would never buy this on my own, but getting it as a sample allows me to try it, and I really do appreciate how this can kind of give me that glow for those short periods of time or on camera, that kind of thing. Next product is absolute holy grail status in my collection. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer. Mine's in the shade 1C Light. I bought this originally just because I was looking for something to review on my channel. Originally it was actually the waterproof version that I was more interested in, and I really just bought both because I thought it'd be good to just compare them in one review. But this ended up being one of my most favorite concealers I have ever used. This is, like I said, absolute holy grail for me. This is the second tube of this. I went through an entire one last year. This is the concealer I'm wearing today. I feel like it brings me the absolute perfect amount of brightness under my eyes. This actually I find to be waterproof. I haven't had, this is not the waterproof version, but I've had instances where I really needed something waterproof and I was wearing this and it didn't budge. So there you go. It's got a doe foot on it. It's very thin consistency, but a little kind of goes a pretty long way. Take it from somebody that has very dark circles, this stuff really covers them up really, really well. I feel like this is one of those unsung products that you never hear about from anybody, and it really doesn't get talked about, but it's still like one of those workhorse in the background. Those of us that have tried it know it's awesome and keep going back to it. I am not a red lipstick person. You see me on this channel. I love to wear a lot of nudes. I will wear vampy and colorful lipsticks if the mood hits me and I'm doing a colorful look. But for the most part, I hardly ever wear red. So way back when, I bought a gift set from YSL, and it had the Sil Booster, I think, mascara. It had one of their mascaras. That was the reason I bought it. I really wanted to try this particular mascara, but in that gift set came this along with it. And this is the lipstick. It's called the Rouge Percouture, and this is in number 1. So this is red lipstick. Like normally I would look at this and go, no thank you, but this has become one of my absolute most favorite red lipsticks to wear, and I have worn it quite a bit, like definitely more than any other red in my collection. I still don't wear red a lot, but I still love this product for when I do want it. It's a very, very creamy consistency. You could tell it's super opaque. Like that's a nice level of red, and it's definitely red, but it has that kind of cherry undertone where it's not orange that can kind of sometimes make your teeth look a little yellower than you want them to be. It's just this very like blue toned red that looks really, really nice on, and I love the consistency of this. It just glides on. It's so opaque when it goes on, and it's such a beautiful shade. So I have really come to love this. I would never give this up. I would never declutter it. I may not still wear red a lot, but I still love this, and when people ask me for red lipstick recommendations, this is always one that I talk about. So that's it for my video today. I hope that you found some good information. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments. I do read and respond to comments all the time. If you're new here, definitely subscribe. I'd love to have you around in the future. I put up 3 videos a week every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. But that's it for today. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're speaking kindly to yourself. Be kind to yourself, especially when you look in the mirror. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.